Good evening everybody, and on behalf of the Clear Cut Women and Money team, I'd like to welcome you this evening to Inglewood Manor. This evening is part of a journey that began for us at Clear Cut 3 years ago, when we launched this initiative with a clear mission in mind, and that was to provide support, guidance and expertise that empowers women to secure a fabulous financial future. Since our launch, we've organised 2 key events each year, one celebrating International Women's Day in March and another one in September. These events have not just been dates in our diaries, they represent a commitment to fostering an environment where women feel comfortable and informed about their financial decisions. Our Women and Money team have created a short video showcasing the different roles within our firm.
I want to encourage more women to consider a career in financial planning.
I'm incredibly honoured to introduce our fabulous guest speaker, someone who truly embodies the history and ongoing fight for women's rights, Helen Pankhurst. Helen is a well-known rights activist, writer, scholar, and continues the legacy of her great-grandmother, Emmeline Pankhurst, the iconic leader of the suffragette movement. Helen has dedicated her life to advancing gender equality and social justice. Tonight we have the privilege of hosting a fireside chat with Helen, while we delve into her thoughts on women's rights, both historically and in today's context, and we'll discuss the progress made and the work still indeed to be achieved.
Thank you. And by the way, I really loved that video. It was just so human, wasn't it? It was just kind of really lovely.
What's it been like carrying the Pankhurst name through your life?
So I have this surname, and I suppose at a certain level I don't really know what it would have been like, who I would have been without it. It so defines me. It's been so much part of who I am. And in a way, there are 2 golden threads. One was being brought up in Ethiopia, and I'm very aware of that as an influence, and then the surname. And the 2 have defined very much what I've done. It made me question, it made me think about that heritage, because people would ask me, you know, are you related? And I just throw me out as first name. Emmeline. So you all went for Emmeline first.
Yes.
Okay, who else?
Sylvia.
And I'm really interested in those 2, because Emmeline was the mother figure, and most people still will think of her first. And she was the leader of the movement. And she was the strategist, but she wouldn't have succeeded without the rest of the family, and they had different roles and they disagreed with a lot. Being related to a family that stood up for and is definitional of women's rights, I think that's what the Pankhurst surname is linked to. We'll hear more about our fundraising initiative with the books, etc. out there, and the raffle. And so Centenary Action, the suffragette colours, was convened by me in 2018, the centenary of when some women got the vote, with a sense that there was still work to do between then and 2028, which will be the centenary of equal franchise. And I thought in those 10 years, let's look at ways in which we can address the barriers to women in politics.
And just staying in a bit in sort of history, what would the suffragettes say about the UK today?
Yeah. And I mean, I have lots of views on that, but maybe let's open it up first. What if you were asked that question, what do you think they would say if they were in this room?
Men. But now it's like, of course you can do it. Engineers, we've moved massively. You may not have moved at the same pace in different industries, but lots of ways that...
So I'd just like to say a huge big thank you for joining us this evening. Helen's joined us in her own time. Like I say, we just said that we would support her charity, which is fantastic, and we really appreciate all the questions, all the answers, all your experience and wisdom tonight. And it's been a lovely, engaging discussion. We've not done one like this before, where it's been more audience participation. But
collective wisdom, that's what it is.